If you've come across this video, chances are you're familiar with what a darknet market is. Sites like Silk Road and Alphabay paved the way for the more modern hidden services that sell illegal goods. But have you ever wondered how those seeking these kind of sites find them in the first place? What if there was a place where users could get together to discuss and review the current network of darknet markets? On today's episode of Internet Underground, we're going to talk about Dread. Launched in February of 2018, Dread has quickly become one of the largest and most active social media platforms on the dark web. Upon visiting the site, Dread automatically shows the front page as the default view. This page features a compilation of recently created and highly active threads at the given moment. And for those of you seeing this site for the first time, you might think that Dread bears a striking resemblance to Reddit, and you'd be absolutely right. This similarity is entirely intentional. As a matter of fact, Dread's inception can actually be attributed to a significant event that happened in 2017 when Reddit banned hundreds of subreddits, including some that were closely linked to discussion and promotion of darknet markets. Following the removal of these subreddits, a user going by the name of Hugbunter embarked on the creation of Dread. On the platform's second anniversary, Hugbunter reflected back on their initial motivations for launching the site in the first place.
I initially intended to build Dread as a small security discussion board, extremely niche, and expected a capacity of around 1,000 users, which I thought as ambitious. The need for the type of platform based on the Reddit format became realized when some large communities were blanket banned from Reddit, and it felt like there was a lot more to come. Oh boy, was I right.
To this day, Hugbunter continues to serve as the core administrator and owner of Dread. However, their identity remains shrouded in mystery, leaving us uncertain whether they are an individual or a collective entity. All we really know is that throughout the 6 years that the site has been active, Hugbunter has consistently garnered deep respect and trust within the darknet community. So now that we've got through an introduction of the platform, let's talk a bit more about the kind of content you can find on Dread and the kind of community the site attracts. Similar to Reddit's subreddit system, Dread organizes various topics into subdreads. Some of the most popular subdreads at the moment include d/hacking, d/opsec, and of course, d/darknet markets. As of recording, Dread currently hosts a network of 1,680 subdreads, mostly encompassing topics that would typically be prohibited on any normal social media platform. While the subscriber counts for these subdreads may not rival those of Reddit, it's still quite impressive considering the site isn't available on the ClearNet and is only accessible via Tor or I2P. The last reported number that I could find claims that Dread currently has over 200,000 users. One of the most prominent activities on the platform is the posting of questions and reviews regarding darknet markets. These reviews posted on Dread often serve as a crucial resource for its users. In a way, it's kind of like Yelp for the dark web. But instead of rating restaurants, they're rating illegal marketplaces. These reviews often contain valuable information on a market's reliability, the quality of products sold, and even the integrity of the vendors themselves. Speaking of which, darknet market vendors also find Dread to be a valuable space for advertising their services. Dread is one of the best places where they can interact with potential customers and establish a reputation amongst their competition. But believe it or not, there's more to Dread than just a user gateway to darknet markets. Subdreads like d/opsec provide information on how to safeguard your online privacy. In a world where digital surveillance is becoming increasingly pervasive, these discussions can be useful for anyone aiming to protect their personal information online. And before you brace yourself, this is not a segue into a VPN ad. But who knows, maybe my channel will get there someday. The diversity of subdreads doesn't end there. d/harm reduction is another community within Dread's ecosystem that focuses on minimizing the potential risks associated with substances that many dark web users come to purchase. Harm reduction is a critical aspect of ensuring the safety and well-being of individuals who, despite the legal and ethical complexities, turn to these platforms for various reasons. Dread also has a history of informing users about darknet market exit scams, and in one case, informing users of an exit scam before it even occurred. In what's deemed one of the most wholesome events that happened on the dark web, you can check out YouTuber Mental Outlaw's video talking about this story in detail. You can find the link to that in this video's description. And just to be clear, I'm not trying to justify or endorse any of the content that's posted on Dread, or even the existence of the site itself. However, I do think it's important to note that not everyone who uses sites like Dread are necessarily bad people or even criminals. So now that we're nearing the end of the video, you might be wondering, how does a site like this even stay up? And the truth is, it doesn't. Throughout the site's lifespan, it's endured its fair share of downtime. Over the course of 6 years, the site has gone down due to technical difficulties, maintenance needs, and most notably, DDoS attacks. The nature of the site's instability actually led Hugbunter to create a community on Reddit named r/DreadAlert, where they posted updates regarding the platform's current status. Dread actually experienced an extensive period of downtime last year due to a non-stop DDoS attack. It wasn't until Hugbunter developed a service named Daunt, which acted as a third party for verifying users, that the site went back online. As we near the end of 2023, Dread is still up and accessible via Tor and I2P. This has been a brief introduction and overview of Dread, a site which some people call the Reddit for the darknet. Dread offers a glimpse into the many facets of the dark web, where the line between criminal and altruistic can sometimes blur. It's a unique platform that reflects the intricacy and the complexity of the internet underground. Thanks for watching.